What have we got here then? Another Slitherine game. If you remember my review of Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon, then you'll know I was very upbeat about several of the progression aspects of it and its tactical foundations. Well, they've done it again here for Sanctus Reach, a game that out of nowhere has really outdone my expectations. They based the game system on one of their popular titles, a World War II game by the name of Battle Academy. I played it through and thought it was awesome, but honestly, 40k universe is far more interesting with this game system. Turn-based tactics really lend itself well to 40k games in general. Sure, there are aspects that immediately suffer, such as the sound effects, which are passable. Also, the high level of cutscenes and voice acting commonly seen is also excluded to a sort of amateur level, but please do not let these aspects throw you. Sanctus Reach borrows so many simple yet effective mechanics. Things like Overwatch and facings just work incredibly well. The tutorial mission is over in 2 minutes, which is only a good thing. If anything, the tutorial is too short, and this game forces you to figure out the intricacies of leveling up and what units combo well with other units. It takes a while to learn just how effective unit upgrades are. It took me an entire campaign to really understand the importance of sharing experience when necessary. The enemy doesn't follow the same method, but starts the game with units all leveled up just to make sure you stay on your toes. This progression system, it's quite a fresh take, and it means you can only level up once per mission. I guess that's good, as it stops you from maxing out units in the first few missions. And as I said, it means you need to think about sharing your XP, which ultimately creates a sort of puzzle as to who will shoot first and which units need to get the final kill. The morale system is superb. Units dying, getting shot at, explosions and fire all cause drops in morale. Penalties occur once it reaches a certain point, until a unit is flat out, just able to retreat. Of course, your morale slowly builds up again over time. Simple yet effective in mechanic and extremely well implemented. At first glance, I was impressed with the model quality. It's quite a dark game though, and as good as the scenery is, I can't help but feel it could have been a little bit more varied. Counter argument to that is it's all set in one planet, so I guess it's alright. Speaking of the cover system, I both love and hate it. What I do like is it's obvious what grants cover, and as a hex-based game without hexes, they nailed it. What's wrong is some objects provide low cover you can shoot over, and some block line of sight. It really isn't obvious when you are playing it, and I can't tell you how many times I've walked a squad behind an object for cover just to realise that it blocked line of sight. This happens with taller units too. It's just not that obvious, and honestly an easy fix here would have been to have the information pop up when you roll over it. Of course, they wanted to keep it simple, which is great, but sometimes hiding this crucial information can be a little bit frustrating. Line of sight and arcs of fire should have been integrated into the game a little better too. Going back to Squad Command, the PSP game, that game did it perfectly, and I don't see why they couldn't have implemented something similar. Sanctus Reach has an impressive amount of troop choices, and it's only after the first campaign do you realise that you are playing the game with the safety on. It's really satisfying when the Orc AI begins to cheat and throw several units above grunt level that you realise there's a lot in this game. I've not got round to all of the expansions yet, but I'm positive I'll play them all the way through them. And hopefully this series becomes a behemoth with interesting crossovers and stories. If anything, the selection screen between missions can feel a little empty, which is a shame, but I'm glad they put the development costs where it matters. I will give this game an excellent 9 out of 10, as it has blown away my expectations. Slitherine are perhaps one of the most trusted development companies out there, it has to be said. They have a wonderful track record. Until next time, see you later.
And be ready! We march for war! We march for